Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over this Mercari review. So this video is going to be particularly useful for individuals who are deciding whether or not to sell on Mercari. And so I've been selling on Mercari for about a year now, and I must say that it's definitely one of the easier selling platforms out there. But here are some things that you have to be aware about before you go into it. Now let's start off with the pros. With Mercari, you do get a really simple listing process where you can just take photos, write a description, and post your item. Plus, they handle all the payment processing and provide prepaid shipping labels, which makes everything very convenient. But the downside is that they take a 10% selling fee plus payment processing fees. So you're losing a decent chunk of your profits on every sale. Now, the biggest cons of Mercari though is that although listing items is very easy, you do have to deal with a lot of lowball offers and difficult buyers. And what I mean by that is people will offer you like half of what you're asking for, even on items that are already priced fairly. So some weeks I'll get multiple sales at good prices, other weeks I'll get nothing but ridiculous offers. And I think the most I've made in 1 month was around like $800, but I've also had months where I only sold like $100 worth of stuff. Other things with Mercari that I didn't like or don't like currently is that their customer service can be pretty slow to respond. And sometimes buyers will try to return items for bogus reasons, like literally the most insane reasons. And Mercari does often side with the buyer. Unlike platforms like eBay where you have more seller protection, Mercari can be pretty buyer friendly, which isn't always good for us sellers. Now with Mercari, there can be a lot of competition, especially for popular items. So my recommendation is that you take really good photos and write detailed descriptions to make your listing stand out. For me, for example, I learned that items with multiple clear photos sell way faster than listings with just one blurry photo. Now, here are my 3 tips for people who want to try out Mercari. First tip is to price your items competitively. Don't go low just because you want to track lowball offers. I learned to research what similar items are actually priced for and price mine slightly below than the actual average, and this still does move inventory quickly. Second tip is take multiple high quality photos from different angles, because photos are everything and they're really strong selling point on Mercari. On Mercari, people can't touch or inspect the item, so your photos need to show every detail. I always try to take at least like 4 to 5 photos on close-up, especially on flaws or wear, and it's made a huge difference. Third tip is respond to messages quickly and be professional, because Mercari buyers always expect fast communication and good customer service. I learned to check the app multiple times throughout the day and I have notifications turned on. My rule of thumb is I don't accept offers less than 70% of my asking price. But with Mercari though, I'd say it's been a pretty good experience overall for getting rid of stuff that I don't need anymore and making some extra cash. The platform is very user-friendly, payments are reliable, Mercari customer service is pretty okay when you need them, and sometimes they do take a while to respond back to you. So with that being said, if you're considering selling on Mercari, I'd say just try it out. You won't know until you try it. Start with some items you don't mind letting go for cheap to get familiar with the platform. But I hope you found this video helpful, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below.